President Trump met with Russian President Vladimir Putin last week in a confab that lasted over 2 hours. Ever since then, there have been conflicting reports of what happened during the exchange. According to Russian sources, Putin and Trump began the meeting by tearing off their shirts to compare their pectoral muscles, a competition which the Russians say Putin clearly won, with rippling pecs that were able to make his nipples rise and fall both individually and together. The New York Times, a former newspaper, carefully reported every claim by the Russians and even consulted a Russian body language expert. I'm actually not making this part up. The expert said Putin completely triumphed over Trump, though whether he was referring specifically to the peck contest was not specified in the Times article, or if it was obscured by the fact that I was wrapping fish in the paper while I was reading it. According to sources within the Putin camp, the meeting continued with an arm wrestling match, which resulted in the Russian president winning control over the state of Arkansas, as well as free lap dance privileges at several roadside gentlemen's clubs off the interstate between San Antonio and Albuquerque. The Russian sources say Trump was forced to beg for mercy from Putin after Putin, quote, showed strength like great Russian bear, causing many females to faint in admiration, unquote. A CNN panel discussing the Russian reports agreed that Trump had degraded the office of the presidency by not developing his biceps prior to the arm wrestling match. Chris Cuomo called for an investigation into whether the Trump campaign colluded with the Russians in order to throw the contest. And CNN reporter Jim Acosta demanded Trump put him on camera right this minute so that everyone could see what a dynamic journalistic presence he was. Acosta added that his not being on camera was a threat to the First Amendment since no one could see him. According to the Russian sources, President Putin scolded President Trump for sending out mean tweets about the American media. He explained that that was not as efficient as poisoning reporters with plutonium and pushing them out of windows. According to the Russians, President Trump took careful notes throughout the exchange and said he wished he had thought of the plutonium thing himself. Sources in the Putin camp said the meeting ended with President Trump swearing an allegiance to the Russian government and hoping he could count on getting as much help in the next election as Putin had given him in the last one, and promising to consult with Putin on all major decisions in the future. CNN reporter Jim Acosta reacted to this report by calling for a full investigation into why he wasn't on camera. American officials completely denied the Russian version of events. They said Trump and Putin arranged a ceasefire in Syria. Then Trump told Putin, stop mucking with American elections or he'd knock him into the middle of next week. The officials did, however, confirm that Trump took notes during the part about poisoning reporters with plutonium and said they looked forward to their next confrontation with Jim Acosta. Trigger warning, I'm Andrew Klavan, and this is The Andrew Klavan Show.